These are this afternoon's top stories. Bottom-seeded Red Steel defeats number one seeded Tridents. Cable and Wireless Communications is renaming its Lime brand. And the U.S. law enforcement authorities turn investigation to gunman's computer. Good afternoon. Welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, 17th July 2015. I am Nisha David. A sensational 50 from Darren Bravo, 80 not out, set the platform for a crucial victory for bottom-of-the-table Trinidad and Tobago Red Steel against top-of-the-table Barbados Tridents, a CPL press release says. Bravo's thrilling 80 off 40 balls helped the Red Steel to an imposing total of 184 for 4, having won the toss and elected to bat. Bravo began his innings relatively slowly, scoring 36 off his first 32 balls before exploding to a blitz 44 from his final 12 deliveries. He ended up hitting 7 sixes, including one huge 108-meter heave over the leg side. Bravo was assisted throughout much of the innings by Jack Callis, who made a composed and important 49 off 43 balls. Callis laid a useful foundation with opening partner Cameron Delport, who scored 29 off 28. The Red Steel's run rate, however, only breached 7 just once in the first 16 overs before Darren Bravo, in partnership with Dwayne Bravo, tucked into the Trident's death bowling, plundering 50 runs from the final 24 balls. The target of 185 was a stiff one, the CPL release says, and the Tridents had to attack from the get-go. Their chase got off to a steady start before the pressure did for Dwayne Smith in the third over when he was bowled through the gate by a googly from Samuel Badri. Ashley Nurse followed soon after, and then just 2 balls later, so did Dilshan Manawira. Samuel Badri was sensational for the Red Steel, taking 2 for 20 from his 4 overs, while Dwayne Bravo took 3 for 16 as the home side eventually bowled the Tridents out for 112 to complete an impressive and hugely important 72-run victory. The Chamber of Industry and Commerce says there is an urgent need for the development of the national technical and vocational educational infrastructure. That's the word from its president, Damian Hobson.
This is required in order to produce graduates from our technical schools with levels of certification and, more importantly, proficiencies which would enjoy international recognition. The private sector wishes to ensure that a level playing field exists with respect to competition for jobs for our young people, both at home and abroad.
Hobson said the national educational facilities for vocational training and certification can establish advantageous opportunities for the youth.
Our TVEC educational facilities as engines for the creation of opportunities for valuable self-employment careers for our youth. An urgent quantum leap, we believe, is necessary if the young people of our country are to be able to benefit for the jobs which are already available here.
Hobson was at the time addressing the ILO EU workshop aimed at strengthening employer-employee relationships. He told the gathering there is a need for dialogue between the social partners who are essential to the development of our small but promising island nations. Culturama is turning up its volume tonight with the revival of the Soca Monarch contest. 15 artists will compete for a place in the finals of the Groovy Soca Monarch contest, while 12 artists will compete for a place in the finals of the Power Soca Monarch contest. Competing in the Groovy segment will be X-Man, Itabulous, Fantastic Thunder, Daddy Tusty, Deli Ranks, Nine Eye, Speedy, Mr. Energy, Woodis, Jazik, Ruckus, Keja, Jazzbo, Bee Gees, and DC, while the Power segment will see X-Man, Itabulous, Fantastic Thunder, Daddy Tusty, Deli Ranks, Nine Eye, Seku, Young J, Adowa, Wingy, Huge, and Miko. In both Groovy and Power segments, the artists will be judged as for lyrics, music, and performance. Originally in Barbados, the brand Lime is no more. Yesterday, officials of the parent company, Cable and Wireless Communications, CWC, said goodbye to Lime and hello to Flow, following the completion of the over $1 million merger. Chief Executive Officer of CWC, Phil Bentley, officially announced the brand name and at a media conference says Barbados is the first market where the full transition will take place. He acknowledged that while there may be some job losses as a result, he could not say how many or how soon it will take place. The company is expected to remove about 95% of Lime signage across the island on today, Friday. The next rebranding is in Jamaica and is expected to take place across the 16 Lime markets. In the Bahamas, public schools are expected to have the full complement of specialty teachers, particularly in math and science, when the new school year begins. That's according to Education Minister, the Honorable Jerome Fitzgerald. He also noted that for the first time, the ministry has not had to hire foreign teachers for math and science. On Thursday, the Ministry of Education informed future teachers that it has no room for general studies teachers and can only accommodate those with expertise in specialty areas. Meantime, the minister lauded the College of Bahamas for taking the lead in ensuring that there are more specialty teachers.
For the first time, we did not have to go outside of the Bahamas to look for math teachers. So it's a big improvement. College of Bahamas produced quite a number of math teachers for us. And this is really through the coordination of the ministry and the College of the Bahamas, indicating to them what areas we need, and also speaking to the students to tell them that if they want to be guaranteed employment, these are the areas that we really need teachers in. So they've responded well to that. And so that was really gratifying this year.
The Education Minister also noted that the process is underway to hire new teachers in an effort to ensure that there is a full complement of teachers at all the public schools. Internationally, a federal law enforcement official said earlier this morning that the investigation continues in searching for the Chattanooga, Tennessee gunman's computer. Seemingly, he didn't have much of a digital footprint. Let's get more details in this report.
Every possible place that he could reside or could have resided, visited, where he's shopped, where he went to school, who his friends were, if he worked out at a gym, every possible lead.
A federal law enforcement official says authorities are continuing to search the computer belonging to the gunman who killed 4 Marines in Chattanooga, but as of Friday morning, haven't found an extensive online presence. The official says they also haven't uncovered evidence suggesting Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz was directly inspired by the Islamic State militant group. But the official says the review is continuing. The official, who asked not to be identified, did not mention any other terrorist-related groups. The official insisted on anonymity because they were not authorized to speak publicly since the investigation is still in progress. Authorities say Abdulaziz opened fire Thursday at a military recruiting center and another military site before his own death.
Europe has given its consent for formal talks on a third Greek bailout package to begin. Here's more in this developing story.
The German parliament has voted to approve negotiations on a third bailout for Greece. German MPs voted 439 in favour to 119 against, with 40 abstentions. The Chancellor had urged Parliament to back talks following last Monday's accord between Athens and its creditors. Even the usually hawkish finance minister called on the Bundestag's support. I ask all of you today to approve the motion. I and the German government did not take the easy way out. We believe that there is a chance to bring the negotiations to a successful end. The backing from Parliament came thanks to support from Merkel's coalition partners. Germany is just one of several Eurozone countries that must approve the rescue deal.
Taking a look at the weather. Temperature is recorded at 82 degrees Fahrenheit with winds blowing from the east at 12 to 18 miles per hour, becoming lighter overnight. Seas are slight to moderate with waves up to 5 feet. Today will be sunny and hazy with little or no shower activities. Tonight, the Met Office says you should expect fair conditions. A surface high pressure will maintain stable atmospheric conditions across the island for today and tonight. Sunrise tomorrow should be at 5:46 a.m. while sunset is expected at 6:48 this evening. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nisha David. May your Friday continue to be fruitful.